Well, now, after a full week of being out on the road, speaking at seminars and organizations, guess who's back? And boy, I could hear the crying, bitching, and complaining right now. But yeah, Uncle JD was invited to go to this week long seminar. Started it off out there in Tucson, Arizona. Then we hit Phoenix, Arizona. Crossed over into California. Did San Diego, Fresno, Sacramento, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Ooh man, another another check off my bucket list. See the Golden Gate Bridge. Ooh, I'm checking the marks off. I'm checking those marks off properly. From San Francisco, took the scenic route, crossed into Nevada, stopped in Reno, then went south. Then went south to Las Vegas. Had fun in Las Vegas. No, I didn't gamble. I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid to waste my money chasing an empty dream. Our last stop was Salt Lake City. Spent time there, then came back home. Well, I guess since the time I was going, ain't too much change. But ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Those same retarded fucks who hate my ass is still where I left. Is still sitting where I left them. Ain't doing shit. Constantly crying, bitching, complaining because they constantly crying, bitching, complaining because they can't do anything at all. Still crying about their problems instead of finding solutions. Man, there's so much to talk about. But before we do, yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they stay giving a fuck about us at the same time as always. I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs they love to hate. Even the ones I claim everybody loves, I hate them, loves, I hate MGTOW at the same time as always, which is why these retarded fucks keep us relevant to this very day, and I'm back again. In which y'all see the title of tonight's discussion. They're still in the same place you left them. But then again, but then again, this also explains why I said they can't live with their own failure. And where does it bring them? Back to us. Back to each and everybody they have a problem with, which is why they can't stop talking about them. But what did Uncle JD also said? Without us, their life is incomplete. Without these male spaces, their life is incomplete. Without the manosphere, their life is incomplete. Without Red Pill, their life is incomplete. Without MGTOW, their life is incomplete. And we all know for damn sure, without JD, their life is incomplete. But one thing I started to notice, they got a problem with these cats on YouTube, but their asses is scared to confront. Their asses is scared to challenge. So basically, they like gossiping schoolgirls on the schoolyard. Nobody has time for the retarded fuck ass gossiping. Are we are we gonna make our move or are we gonna make our move? Especially when you got motherfuckers here saying was sitting on YouTube last year saying, oh, by 2026, we getting rid of these male spaces. Well, it's 2026 now. It's now 2026 and you still haven't made a move? You're still in that same place, hoping for others to make that move for you? Damn, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you, son. Any, but what did Uncle JD been saying? Anything you want, you got to work hard for it. This shit's not gonna fall in your lap. It ain't gonna fall from out the sky. And you damn sure can't depend on others to do the job for. You damn sure can't depend on others to do the job for you. Unless you put in the effort, this shit ain't going nowhere. Now all they could do is just hope for better days. Hope ain't nothing unless you put in the effort. And shout out to both the MGTOW Infinium as well as the Lion of MGTOW. Because these retarded fucks damn sure ain't taking away my fucking peace. But what did Uncle JD also said? They're the ones who got to prove something to us, not the other way around. And shout out to one of my supporters as well, because he hit the nail on the head when he said this shit. The fact that they still out there trying to prove something clearly shows that they ain't going nowhere. They damn sure can't hide their jealousy for no fucking body. They can't. No, they can't. Especially when it's clear as day. Every goddamn day, these retarded fucks have something to say. But we all know for a fact the reason why they acting like women gossiping on social media. And fellas, allow Uncle JD to say this shit too. You don't want to be over the age of 40, still staying with your moms, be on YouTube and all forms of social media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week because you don't have a job, nor do you have anything going for yourself. Mad at others because they put in the work and they reaping the benefits. That is a sad existence of a life. It's even worse when you realize they need AI to cope with their failure. Don't be like them. Do what you need to do and do what needs to be done. Then you got the ones out here, especially these punks out here, who want you to be what they want you to be. And when you're showing you're not You're not falling in line. You're not falling in line. You're not bending the knee. You're not licking their fucking boots. Yeah, they will get pissed off at you, and they will continue to get pissed off at you. Yep. I mean, straight up. Even as of now, even though it's been, been a full week later, I still laugh at that shit. Even when I was on the road doing the seminars, I could still hear them cry, bitch, and complain. But ask me, do I give a fuck? I mean, straight up. Oh, you supposed to be hurt because I say that you're hurt. Oh, you supposed to be miserable because I say that you're miserable. You supposed to be damaged because I say that you're damaged. You supposed to be oh, you supposed to be traumatized because I say you're traumatized. Anything and everything I say about you, that's what you're supposed to be. So fellas, why are we not playing the part they give us? And because we're not playing the part that they give us, these punks want to get triggered. These punks want to get emotional. These punks want to crash out. And for what? Because what? Because we're not playing the part, we're not playing our part that they picked us to be? Fuck them bitches. And all the and oftentimes they want you to be that way because that's how they're feeling. That's how they're living. Indeed, misery loves company. But Uncle JD ain't gonna be miserable for no goddamn body, and neither should you. And neither fellas, you shouldn't be for anyone else either. If you're out there having fun and enjoying yourself, I don't care how old you are. You're never too old. You're never too old to live life. And anyone who telling you different is a retarded fuck ass bitch. And yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I hurt their feelings by saying that shit. This is my life story. So why the fuck are they trying to hold the pen? I guess Nas was right. Straight off his song Ether. Man, they stay on our dick. They love our style. That's why they just can't get enough of it. And this is what I meant when I said they can't live with their own failures. And where did that bring them? Back to us. And these retarded fucks been failing for years. Even when we tell them, even when we tried to tell them what they need to do. Remember, fellas, we can't tell them nothing. They think they know everything. Yet they sit there and they wonder why they're still stuck in the same place. No progress, nothing done. But they mad at everyone else because they wish they had the positions they have. They want to hate on us because we're the ones out there reaching the people, not just online preaching. They want to hate on they want to hate on others because they're the ones getting interviews. They have to beg. They have to beg for someone to give them attention. We're the ones being taken seriously. They're the ones who's crying about why people are taking us seriously more than them. They mad at us because things are going in our favor, not theirs. And all they could do is cry and bitch about it because they can't do shit. I said that before, and I stand 10 toes down on this. And fuck no, they're not changing my goddamn mind here. This is the reason why they got to push propaganda. There's a reason why. There's a reason why they got the. There's a reason why they're so desperate to get their narratives across that they got to make shit up. Here's an example. Every time there's a mass shooting, these retarded fucks want to constantly cry about how the mass shooter is red pill or they have some type of involvement in the manosphere. But the evidence, for not just the news, but law enforcement comes back contradicting their claim. They constantly keep crying and bitching about these same mass shooters, and somehow it's going to give them a different result. This is the reason why you got retarded fucks on YouTube still crying about Elliot Rodger. Elliot Rodger is an incel. Nothing more, nothing less. And they could continue to cry, bitch, and complain about Elliot Rodger. It ain't gonna change that fact. No matter how much they tried to make him be in other male groups, no. The evidence is out there. And no, you're not changing people's mind. Same with that New York subway shooter. They want the New York subway shooter to be red pill all because he knows somebody that who is associated with the red pill. No, that shit don't work. And every time there's a mass shooting, they trying to link the mass shooting to these male spaces. It even got so bad that you had law enforcement as well as ABC calling out these retarded fuck ass bad actors, trying to put their own spin on shit. But ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Let the mass shooter be a female, which, yes, you have female mass shooters too. Or the mass shooter be part of the alphabet community. These would be the same retarded fucks that stay quiet. They ain't got shit to say. I mean, it's even down to a point to where all these fucking crusades, all these pointless ass crusades they're doing that constantly end in failure. And these are the same retarded fucks wondering why these male spaces are continuing to grow more than go away. And it's clear to see. Why they're not getting what they want. This is why they still cry, bitch, and complain. But once, as I said, we can't tell them nothing. They want to go around pretending that they know everything. Let them retarded fucks find out for themselves. Eventually, they're going to have to come to terms with the truth, whether they like it or not. And that's in which, as I said previously, if these male spaces, if these male spaces, whether it's manosphere, red pill, these male spaces are a hate group, then they have to also acknowledge that feminism is also a hate group. But no, they don't want to do that. They got each and every retarded fuck ass excuse under the sun why they don't want to look at why they don't want to look at these feminists as a hate group, despite the fact that they constantly prove it time and time again. How many videos are we going to see of these feminists encouraging the death of men, or try to make men less of a human being, or try to come up with rules, to completely screw over men? But somehow that should not be looked at as a hate group. And this is why they still crying, bitching, and complaining about misogyny. They still crying, bitching, and complaining about how these men hate women. But didn't Uncle JD also say this? What they're doing is contributing to the same hatred that they want to complain about. And no, all the excuses in the world is not going to change that fact. If these men's spaces are a hate group, then these women's spaces are a hate group too. And if they're not going to address these women's spaces, then they need to have several seats and shut the fuck up forever about these men's spaces. Another reason why their attempts to get rid of these male spaces is failing, and I said this years ago, is the fact that the vast majority of the complaints are coming from the opposition. And in case that they don't know, the people understand why groups such as these feminists, these simps, panda bears, and the government and these punks want these male spaces to go. The only problem is they're the opposition of these male spaces. And because they're the opposition, they are going to have a hard time getting people to listen. That is the equivalent of Burger King telling people not to eat at McDonald's because they so-called use rat meat in their hamburgers. Or it'd be like KFC telling everybody not to eat at Popeyes. You think people are going to listen? Listen to the opposition? Hell no. If anything, the people is going to do their own research. They're going to do their own investigation on matters. This is the reason why, no matter how much they want these male spaces to go, guess what? What they're doing is actually a disservice to their own goddamn cause. Some are even so desperate, once again, they got to make shit up. They got to make shit up just to push a narrative. And when their bullshit gets exposed, they say you're trying to hang on to the shit. Like, say, for instance, you got retarded fucks on YouTube still crying, bitching, and complaining about that scared king of feminism ex-girlfriend being murdered 4 years ago, despite the fact that she's on YouTube, she's making videos, and for what I'm hearing, she is now engaged. Ooh, I know, which all Uncle JD can say is congratulations to her. I wish her and her fiance the best of luck. And yeah, I know the scared king of feminism is dying inside just by all this shit. But no, since not just him, but this retarded fuck ass special ed class still want to push that dead ass narrative, claiming that the scared king of feminism's ex girlfriend was murdered. Let me tell y'all the real truth. Let me tell y'all the real truth. You see, the fact of the matter is, her dad, who she was staying with at the time, he found out exactly what the scared king of feminism had his daughter doing. And boy, he did not approve. In fact, it got to a point to where her father threatened the scared king of feminism that if he so much suspects him of even talking to his daughter again, then he'll be the one that's going to be in prison. Yep, her father threatened his ass hard. And to be honest, I can't blame him either. Especially me being a dad myself. So at that point, he had no choice but to break up with her. This is why the retarded fuck is now was on YouTube pretending like his girlfriend was murdered when she is not. But then again, this is the same scared king of feminism that punked out when I was in his city. Remember, he was supposed to put me in prison, right? And I was in his city for 2 weeks. He didn't show up. He didn't do shit. This is why he's quiet now. And I wish he would try to show his face back on here again, because not only I will remind him of how I punked him out in his own city, everybody will remind him how JD Miles punked his ass out in his own city. And that's a fact. But enough of these retarded fuck-ass haters. They ain't doing shit but besides gossiping on YouTube. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing over here. And it's clear as day to see that their asses ain't gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna continue on doing it. And that's calling out the bullshit, no matter who likes it or not. I don't give a fuck. They damn sure ain't stopping me. So I'm gonna continue. Let them cry, bitch, and complain. Yeah, that's all the fuck they're doing. Meanwhile, I got some shit I need to talk about. But until then, I said what I had to say. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.